I'm back. Truck's still drying in the back. I decided to go on. If you look at this cover, this is going to go on the bed of the truck. If I'd have left it alone and just painted it, it would have had some kind of texture, but it still would have been plastic. But as you can see, I've covered it. That looks like, or I should say when it's painted, it looked like canvas. Right now it looks like a mess, doesn't it? And what that is that's just a water and Elmer's glue mixture. So it's not glue and it's not water. It's like right in between, like a milk, like a thin milk. And then I came back with my brush and I just blotted it. So I did want to tear the toilet paper, even though I made a mess over here. And this is actually going to be kind of cool when I get done. I kind of blotted it, and as you can see, it's still a little bit wet. And then I just touched it, and this gives the appearance that there's material hanging there, if you can see. So it does look like there's canvas there instead of just plain old smooth plastic. And then I'll come back and I'll paint this. Now I do use an airbrush, and you could come back with the brush to do this, but what you'd want to do is you'd want to protect it with either a matte finished varnish or a hairspray, something like that, so you could protect the toilet paper, because that's what that is, protect that from the water and making it break up. Now, here's the thing, and it's kind of cool, is that when this dries, it'll be adhered to it and it'll be glued on, and all that texture will come through and it'll look like canvas. But let me show you something that you can use it elsewhere on. Now, all that was just toilet paper, and that's all this is. But check it out. Looks like my car's under a tarp. Now, I painted this tan only because there's no reason. I think I had some craft paint sitting there and I figured I'll use it. But if you look at it, doesn't look like that's a tarp hanging over it. So it's got the contours. Look, it's got the contours of the windshield, contours of the roof and that. And let's go here. It just looks like it just kind of fell and is kind of bunched up. So if you're going to do a car and you wanted to make it look like there was a tarp hanging on it, in this case, look, it looks like it's sliding off. That's what you do. Now, what you could do is get some craft paint. You can get it at Hobby Lobby, or I'm sorry, Walmart. You can get it at Walmart for like $1. And what you do is you get blue. And then it looks like that blue tarp you can get from Harbor Freight or whatever. In this case, I just went with tan because I had it here. But that's how I do that. Now, this here is not toilet paper. I take that back. This isn't toilet paper. This is paper towel. Same principle. I use the toilet paper in the other one because it's thinner, and I didn't want it to look like this. But I did want this to look like a tarp. And I experimented, and I've got a couple cars. I make them look all rusted out, and then I put a tarp over them like somebody's trying to protect it. So that's what's going on with that. That's why I did that. Now, let me show you another little technique I just got started on. Here's the cab of the truck. It's still drying, but look inside there. Can you see the, pardon the jiggle. Let's see. And bring it back. I put some of that toilet paper on there. Can you make it out? Right here and here. Here's the toilet paper, and this is open. It's smooth. What's going to happen is I'm going to come back with a light tan and a light brown and a little bit of yellow here and here. And it's going to look like the covering has tore off, in that all that's left under it is that foam insulation below it. Same thing with over here. There's some on the back. If you look at it, it's kind of difficult to see here, but if you look at it, this up in here has the texture of cloth, like it's some kind of cloth. So it'd appear that this truck seats were all worn and broken away. So that's two things I accomplished today. And I want to just bring you up to speed. So we got the truck, it's drying. This, the cover here, this is going to take a day or so to dry. It won't be ready tomorrow. And I guess that's The one thing that this lesson is about is patience. You're going to want to be done when you get started, and that's just not how this goes. You got to wait. So that's what's happening here. I painted it, and I got it set, and now I got to wait. Same thing with this pack here and other ones. They're all set, and I got to be patient. I'm going to have to wait until it all dries, and then I can move to the next step. Okay? All right. I guess that's it until we catch you later.